This is the exact moment when 33-year-old Jason Schaefer is executed in cold blood. But not just that, the killer has absolutely no idea that every moment of this meticulous plan of revenge has been captured on a CCTV camera.
Suction is necessary. We're not getting any air. I need suction ASAP! Fix our face!
As an investigation follows, detectives discover that the killer is no one ordinary, but the person closest to the victim. Believing they've committed the perfect murder, the killer thinks they've outsmarted the police, until a series of foolish mistakes reveal what the killer has been desperately trying to hide.
We have witnesses and we have surveillance footage.
She told me first thing in the morning when I dropped her off at work. And I was like, dude, what? She was like, I'm gonna get rid of Jason today.
On October 13th, 2021, at 12:32 in the afternoon, Jason Schaefer, a postal worker, was going through his daily routine, delivering mail in the city of Longmont. But one thing he doesn't realize is that someone is lurking in the shadows, and just in the next few minutes, he will be brutally murdered. Minutes later, the Colorado Police Department received this terrifying 911 call.
911, address of the emergency.
Yes, hi, I'm at 20 Sicily Circle. I need an ambulance. Our post office guy was just shot. I heard 4 shots, and he's down. There's a FedEx guy checking on him right now. He is breathing.
Where is he bleeding from?
He's bleeding out of his mouth.
Did anyone witness this?
I don't know if anybody saw exactly. We saw someone run. We heard 4 shots.
Okay, which way did the person run?
Down Renaissance. So south on Renaissance.
Okay, what was that person wearing?
A hoodie, blue mask. I couldn't identify him. I just saw a backside of a man running away after 4 shots. We have the police. I'm going to let you go.
Right.
Officers arrive at the scene of the crime, and the sight in front of them is even more horrifying than they had imagined.
Sim 219, we're at the corner of Heather Hill and Renaissance, and I'm out with Wheeler.
Copy, Heather Hill and Renaissance.
Go. Move up. Here.
Let's go. Bring him over. Yeah, 6-9 to that.
Pick him up.
I'm not close. I'm going to shut there.
Fix our face! Wow. He's had no air.
No air.
The man lying on the ground is identified as 33-year-old Jason Schaefer, who was a postal worker for the neighborhood. He has sustained multiple gunshot wounds to his head and back and is fighting for his life. While he's rushed to the hospital, officers begin working the scene and questioning witnesses. And almost immediately, the details start to feel like a chilling puzzle with missing parts.
So I heard 3 bang, bang, bang.
Okay.
And then I saw a guy with kind of about a sturdy guy with a jacket running to that direction.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
Could you tell if was he white, black, Hispanic?
Looks like, white.
White. Okay. And a guy. How tall do you think he was? Could you tell?
Similar to yours.
Okay.
Like mine, this
Okay.
kind of height.
Which way did you see him running?
Huh?
Which way did you see him running?
I saw him. He run across there and then run.
Hey, Josh, hold real quick. He went south from here. Can you just start mobile right now?
Not the street. Not street. There's the Heather Hill Circle. He can run in that direction. Just cut into it.
Hey, Pierce, last information, he was running southbound and then headed southeast from Heather Hill Circle diagonally through the houses. Go!
As officers continue canvassing the area, one witness stops them cold, telling them that she watched the entire incident unfold from her bedroom window. And what she describes next makes the detectives realize that they are only scratching the surface of a case far more twisted than they had imagined.
Sitting at my desk, I know the mailman comes noonish, so I had seen the truck out there. I saw a man in a hoodie jogging on that path. So I saw him jog on that path, and then I saw him cut over to the road, and I didn't follow where he went from there. I didn't see a gun. I didn't see anything in his hands or anything like that. Just a jogging pace. The postman was taking a breath or two, but I think those were his last breaths.
And when did you call 911? Was it up here? Or?
It was down the street. It was at 12:33.
In addition to this woman, other neighbors and the crime scene itself offer up little pieces of evidence that are enough for the detectives to understand that whoever did this had come prepared.
Right across. Can you go look at your cameras for me?
I can't see anything. I was just trying to see it. It's not very.
If you can see within the last maybe 20 minutes anybody that matches the description of the suspect walking by, can you do that? Yeah, but if he walked by prior to the incident. Does that make sense? Yeah, and if you know any of your neighbors that have cameras to do the same thing, check like even an hour. See if he's casing, up and down the...
So, it happened at 12:31. I was in my garage cleaning up.
You heard it?
I heard 5 shots.
Okay.
I thought, that's gunshots.
All right.
I should remember that.
You said 12:31?
12:30. I looked at my watch. I just pulled in 5 minutes earlier.
Was he here?
He was here.
Okay,
putting
he was
mail,
here.
And I heard the shot. It was a big gun.
Okay. Big gun?
Yeah. It was so surprising. It wasn't a small gun at all.
Okay. I'm just going to walk over here and see if I can't find. This guy heard 5 shots, so I've got a shell casing right here. I have, looks like it was possibly coming from this direction because I have something hitting the sidewalk here. There's a shell casing here, shell casing here, shell casing here.
Who after you got here? Who after you got here?
Douglas got here. And I forgot to hit my recorder. I hit it.
Later.
Wait, I apologize.
Well, let's have you step out of there.
Shortly after this, investigators get the tragic news that Jason has succumbed to his injuries, and now detectives are not investigating a shooting, but a homicide. As investigators continue to scan the crime scene for more clues, they uncover the most crucial piece of evidence, the CCTV footage from a doorbell camera, capturing the disturbing moments leading up to the brutal murder of Jason. The footage shows the suspect moving deliberately toward the back of Jason's mail van, calm, unhurried, just seconds before the gunshots ring out and fleeing the scene. Even though this camera isn't close enough to show the details of the assailant's appearance, other cameras from the neighborhood did capture the person wearing loose-fitting dark clothing. It is evident that the shooter had taken deliberate steps to conceal their identity. In order to figure out who could want Jason dead, investigators reach out to his family, and immediately, without any hesitation or second thought, they point fingers at Devin Schreiner, Jason's ex-girlfriend and the mother of a 6-year-old son. But what could Devin have done so wrong that Jason's whole family has been holding a grudge against her? Jason's mother, Lori, doesn't hesitate when she tells them about Jason and Devin's dark history. She has witnessed the tension between Jason and Devin build for years. All the fights over their son, every custody arrangement became reminders of how big of a failure their marriage was. Lori did have a feeling that things between Jason and Devin could spiral out of control, but she just had no idea how far it would go and become a never-ending nightmare for Jason.
Over the time, from the baby being born and everything, they were still getting to know each other and their values were not the same. She did not want to work. She felt she didn't have to work being a mother. But you need 2 paychecks. The relationship started to deteriorate and they broke up. Jason tried to get along and co-parent together, and that wasn't working very well. So Jason wound up getting a lawyer to set up a parenting plan.
Lori also says that the custody battle isn't the only conflict between Jason and Devin. According to her, a few months ago, Jason had moved in with his new girlfriend, Rosa Shore. He would later find out that decision was his biggest mistake. As jealous as this new relationship between Rosa and Jason made Devin, the real burn came from the fact that Rosa was Devin's younger sister. As Lori continues to share more information with the officers, other investigators get in touch with Jessica Price, Jason's supervisor, who shares some chilling details about Devin.
I'm the supervisor, but he's also a really good friend.
Okay.
He's been telling me what's going on with his situation. I mean, right now, this is what worries me. On Friday, his lawyer just filed papers they've been going through a big custody battle, but she hasn't been speaking to him at all. So he filed some more papers so that he could get more time. And I know she probably would have been served yesterday or today.
So this is...
That's the baby.
This is Jason's...
6-year-old.
Like the mother of the 6-year-old. So there's some kind of child custody paperwork?
Yeah, so they have kind of joint custody. But she stopped responding to any of his messages. She won't respond to his lawyer. Just really mean messages. I mean, she's crazy. From what I know of her, she's crazy. But I don't know if she's crazy.
At this point, investigators have enough to call Rosa in for interrogation. What they don't have yet is any idea how much darker the dynamics between her, Devin, and Jason had become. But this won't remain a mystery for long.
So just let me make sure I have all the names right. Your current boyfriend
is Jason.
Right, okay. And your sister is Devin?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So obviously a lot of different dynamics with this relationship, just with Devin being your sister.
She is just extremely angry with the fact that I have what she wants, which is a family. And I don't know why. I was just I feel like Devin's going to be mad and she's going to try to do something.
So you think whoever did this, you think it was somebody who targeted Jason? You don't think it was somebody random?
No, if I'm being honest, I think it came from her. And I think it was somebody, her boyfriend, AJ, whatever.
Can you tell me more about what maybe made you think that?
In the past, she kind of threatened Jason. She was like, AJ knows where you live and he has his guns. When they said he was shot, of course, immediately thought of AJ.
Do you know if Devin has access to guns?
AJ gave her a gun once.
So absolutely, in your mind, you think that this came from Devin, whether she did it herself or she had somebody else do it for her?
No doubt about it.
Wow.
Absolutely.
By the time Rosa's interview wraps up, investigators aren't just building a profile, they are confirming one. They now know of Devin's history with Jason and realize that she had many motives to get rid of him. Now they need to look her in the eye and get the truth out. But before that, they head down to the daycare and pick up Jason's son and take him into protective custody, fearing that he might be in danger as well. Coincidentally, while the officers are there, an intriguing call from Devin comes in.
Hello, this is Ren. Can I help you? No, Jason has not picked up yet.
Okay, well, I don't know what's happening because people keep calling me and telling me that something has happened to Jason, and if he hasn't picked up, that makes me wonder if something did actually happen. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get there.
Sam, we need to stand by.
I'm in Fort Collins right now, so I wasn't supposed to have him save Jason. So let me see what I can figure out. And if Jason ends up showing up in the next 30 minutes, can you let me know? Because I need to try to get a hold of him too. I don't know what's happening.
Sure, I absolutely will. Yep.
Okay, great.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Okay, thank you. Good job. Sam, 180. Just be advised, the suspect called, said she was in Fort Collins. She says she is unable to kind of get him at the moment.
Yeah, 180, I copy.
Although Devin does sound concerned for the safety of her child, investigators can't help but shake off the feeling that it is all part of a calculated plan devised by her, and this worried demeanor is merely an act. As officers head back to the police station with Jason's son, another call from Devin comes in, stretching this supposed facade even further.
Hi, I was transferred to you. I've been getting a lot of calls from people that I know saying that there may have been an accident with my son's father.
What's your name?
Devin Schreiner?
Okay. Yeah, there's been an incident, and so we're trying to figure out what's going on.
Can you tell me what's happening? Because everybody just keeps saying there's an accident, and my son is supposed to be with him right now.
We have the son. He's fine.
You have my son?
Yep.
Why? I don't understand why nobody called me.
Well, let's figure out what's going on. Are you able to come down to the police department?
I mean, you have my son. Yes, of course I'm coming down there.
Devin shows up at the station, seeming frantic and concerned. And as detectives sit down to question her, they slowly begin to uncover some dark secrets.
Where is my son?
I can tell you everything. You're Devin?
Yes.
Am I pronouncing that right?
Yes.
I'm Steve. You can call me Steve. We gotta kind of step back here a little bit. I gotta tell you some bad news. Your ex-boyfriend, is it? Ex-husband?
I just call him my son's dad.
Son's dead.
We were never married, but
He died today.
what? How? What happened?
Someone shot him in the face.
In the face? Where?
On his postal route.
He was working today? He doesn't...
Yep. Yeah, he was working, and someone came up and shot him.
When did this happen?
At 12:32.
It isn't just the absence of grief or any emotion on Devin's face that unsettles investigators. The presence of something else entirely. An expression that seems strangely disconnected from the tragedy they're discussing. She appears to be completely annoyed by the questions, giving cold and careless responses.
I got a lot to tell you, a lot to share with you. I want to tell you that your son's safe right now. But I want to read you your rights just so you know about it. Let you know that we're recording this because we have to. We have to record everything.
Read me my rights?
Yeah, just get it out of the way.
For what reason?
Well, it's your son's dad died today, and so please typically look at the butler, the ex. Somebody wasn't a lot of money, so we want to at least ask you some questions about it for due diligence. I don't think he has a butler, so we've got to rule the butler out. So we at least got to ask you some questions about how he died. Maybe you know something about it.
I was at work today.
Okay, perfect. You got a good excuse. Shouldn't be a big deal. I want to ask you about it. I want to exonerate you if possible, and then move on to the next suspect. I mean, I'm sure you're concerned about his death, and you want to investigate it fully. You don't want us to sweep anything under the rug. So here's what's going on. We went out to the school, and we said we don't want anyone picking up the child until we figure out who's who and who's safe, who we can release the child to. If the ex-husband shows up at the school and the wife's dead, we're not going to release the kid to the ex-husband who just killed the mother. You know, that's going to put the kid in harm's way. So that's just standard police 101 business.
But nobody called me.
Yeah.
When did you pick him up from school?
Probably about 3. The police escorted him back here and Rosa was here as well.
Why? She is not his guardian.
No, she's not his guardian.
Okay, then why was she here?
We're not releasing her yet. We want to find
So
out
she's with him? She's with my son?
We're all with. She's being interviewed by a detective because we're not sure who she is.
She's my sister.
The child is here. The child is being interviewed by a forensic interviewer.
He should not be interviewed because I didn't give consent for him to be spoken to.
He's a witness, so he doesn't need consent to it.
Was he there? Was he in the...
But he's going to tell us about the relationship between you and his father. I'd like to exonerate you if you didn't have anything to do with this and get you out of this police department.
Yes, because I would like to see my son.
Let's go back a little bit so I can see who you are and see whether or not I can release the child to you. Do you know of anyone that want to get Jason in trouble?
In trouble? No.
Or out to get him? Want to shoot him?
No.
Nothing like that? Okay. Does it surprise you that someone would go up and shoot him?
Yes, it surprises me a lot. I didn't know, I don't know anybody that would want to hurt him.
With each question, Devin begins to feel more cornered, and when the detective presents her with a crucial piece of evidence, Devin's facial expressions begin changing as she realizes the story she's been carefully holding together is about to fall apart and collapse. But she isn't ready to give up just yet. Desperate for a way out, she tries to shift the blame and begins to loop in more people into the story.
There are some things that are really kind of consuming me. We saw your car in the area of the crime scene. Your car was a Nissan Rogue that is missing a front passenger front hubcap. We caught your car on a license plate reader a little while ago with your license plate, and it has that front passenger hubcap missing. Sure enough, in the videos around the crime scene, that car is there with that front passenger bumper or hubcap missing. You said you're at work today, but your scanner goes off before the homicide and turns back on well after the homicide, and they track your scanner that's used at work to your boyfriend's house, AJ.
During the interrogation, Devin mentions her boyfriend, AJ Ritchie, as her alibi. She says that his house is on Loveland, which is on her work route, and he can vouch that she was there when Jason was shot in Longmont, which is 30 miles away. Detectives wonder if this really was the case, but at this point, they're not willing to take any chances. To confirm, another detective is immediately sent to AJ's house to question him on this, and what he has to say only twists the case further.
How are you?
Yeah.
Are you AJ?
Yeah.
AJ, my name's Inspector Chris Lucas. I'm a federal agent.
Okay.
United States Postal Inspection Services.
Okay.
We just want to talk to you a little bit about a lady by the name of Devin Schreiner.
Yeah.
Do you know her?
Yeah.
How do you know her?
She's a friend.
So, I mean, it's pretty important why we're here.
Yeah.
And
I saw the news reports.
were you home today or were you working or?
I was home.
Okay. Did she stop by here?
She delivers mail out here.
What time was she here?
11 something to probably about 12:15.
You know, the timeline's important to us.
Right.
So she was here around 11 and she stayed till 12:15.
Yeah. And I left and went to Hooters and ate with some friends.
Okay.
And she went back to delivering mail out.
And so when you left here, was she still here?
I left and she was in her truck.
And so you left about 12:15-ish. When you left, she was still sitting in her truck. And did you think that she could be violent at all? Did you ever think that, or?
Do I think she's capable of killing somebody? I don't.
So I don't have more questions. A couple things that we'll follow up on. I just be 100% honest. It's a murder investigation.
Yeah.
Do you have any questions for me right now?
No, I mean, I asked me first.
All right.
Back at the station, keeping her unbothered demeanor still at play, Devin is trying to bat away every question the investigator throws her way and somehow make it all about her son being picked up without her consent. But this isn't going to last long.
I think you're a good person, but something's not right here. I think the gig is up. There's something weird going on here. Everything's pointing to you being involved in the shooting. People don't go around just shooting most people. What's your involvement in this? Because I think there's a lot more than you're telling us. The video of the shooter looks kind of like you. It's from a distance, but it looks like your height and your build. It doesn't look like AJ's height and build. It doesn't look like Castaneda's height and build. It looks like your build with a black hoodie. Now, we're going to search your house. We're going to search your car. We're going to seize your car. We're going to do a gunshot residue test on you.
Sorry, go ahead.
So we're not going to leave any stone unturned, but we're going to get to the bottom of this. And this is your out to tell me what type of involvement you have, because it's very concerning. Your car being there, you turn your scanner, not bringing your scanner, your GPS not moving during the homicide, getting just the other day.
Even after being given multiple opportunities to come clean, Devin doesn't budge. She sticks to her story and refuses to take any accountability. At this point, detectives realize that the interrogation isn't progressing and they need to try a different approach. And that is when another officer is brought in and things get twisted.
Today's been a stressful day for you, for your child. So I understand that.
I don't think you do.
Well, I can empathize with the fact that it's probably one of the worst days in your life. So
on top of what happened, my child was picked up by the police from school, and I was not contacted.
Okay, I understand. I'm a father. I've got kids myself. That would upset me too. I'm sure he's being taken care of right now. But let me start off with today. When did you get to work?
I got to work about, 8:45, 8 o'clock.
Okay.
And I started delivering about 10:30.
What time did you get off work?
Almost 5.
So you got back into your Nissan. Was it was at the post office? And then you drove the Nissan from work to home?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes.
Okay. Does anybody else drive that vehicle, or is that just your car?
No, it's mine.
Are you the only one that has keys to the car?
Yeah.
There's no spare keys for the car or anything like that?
I mean, I have a spare set somewhere in my house, but
But you said you live by yourself?
yeah.
AJ doesn't come over and live with you at all?
As the questions begin to get more pointed, a visible crack forms in Devon's confidence. She begins to realize that detectives have done their homework and know every detail of her whereabouts. But the true panic sets in when she is confronted with the most crucial piece of evidence, making her realize that there is no way out now.
Is there a way that I can be escorted to the bathroom?
Yeah, we'll get you to the bathroom. Can I show you this first, if you don't mind? You mind if I sit here? I don't want to invade your space, so I'll sit right here for you. Oh, so it happened in this general area, Renaissance Drive and Heather Hill Circle.
Okay.
One of the things that we went out and did today, or the police department did, and they had a lot of help, is they pulled surveillance video from a lot of different locations in the area.
Yes.
They actually captured what happened on one of the surveillance videos.
That's what the detective said.
Okay. They also captured the vehicle that was involved on the surveillance footage. And they captured the license plate. And it was your vehicle. You know what almost every house has these days? They have cameras. So we had your car over there. You already told me you're the only person that drives that vehicle.
I also told you I was at work, and nobody seems to believe that either.
No, we understand that you were at work for part of the time. I believe that.
I didn't say that either.
Say what?
I didn't say part of the time. I said I was at work all of the time.
Okay. Your vehicle was over there where this happened at the time that it happened. We have witnesses and we have surveillance footage.
I don't have an answer for that.
Okay, you don't have an answer. You have like zero answer? How do you think something like that could happen?
I'm going to ask to speak to a lawyer
Okay.
if we're going to continue with this questioning. I don't have an answer for that.
Based on all the evidence they have till now, detectives placed Devon under arrest in connection with Jason's murder. However, they still need to determine whether anyone else was involved in the crime. And the only person they think could have the answer to this is AJ. Investigators arrange for another interview with him, and this time, a disturbing secret finds its way out.
We just want to kind of clean up some of the stuff with Devon and her timeline. One of the things she told me is that she drives like a Nissan Rogue or Murano. Yeah. Is that correct? Okay.
So this is her car on the license plate reader back in May.
That's her car. That's her car.
This is down at the scene, the neighborhood of the shooting. You can see the time, 12:06.
That's her car.
So originally you told us that she was up there at your house with you until 12:15 when you left to go to Hooters. Can you explain that?
Yeah. She was not with me. She was.
Do you have any idea what that picture is right there?
Looks like GPS.
So those are phone signals coming from your phone down in the Longmont area in the same neighborhood as the shooting. So we know that you were in Longmont that morning. You're a smart guy. I think you know where we're going with this.
AJ tries to hold the story together as long as he can, but the moment investigators corner him and declare that they already know the whole truth, AJ realizes that lying for Devon isn't going to help him anymore. Finally, he reveals the full story behind Jason's gruesome murder, leaving everyone in chills.
This morning she told me that she was going to do it, and I tried to talk her out of it. And she told me that there was no talking her out of it. So I went out there, I knew his route number, I found him, and I told him that he should watch out for her. And he said, I'm not scared of that bitch.
How long do you think you were following him for?
Most of the morning was when he started this route.
Okay.
Because she told me first thing in the morning when I dropped her off at work that that was going to be the day. And I was like, do what? She was like, I'm going to get rid of Jason today. So I don't think that's a good idea. She was like, no, I'm done with this. She said that he did something with their parenting agreement, that he was getting full custody and that Rosa was going to step in and be the mom, and that that side of the family was going to be able to provide better for her. She was going to be able to.
So you know that she wants to kill this guy. So much so to the extent that you go down to where his mail route is to keep an eye on him just in case she shows up so that you can confront her. But you didn't feel like it was serious enough to notify the police, say, hey, she's going to kill this guy. Why didn't you tell anyone?
Hindsight's 2020, but I thought I could talk her down.
You didn't tell anyone. You did think she was going to do it. You went down there to warn him.
At last, the full truth is out. It had been Devin all along who planned the whole thing with AJ and was pulling the strings behind the scenes. As AJ is arrested, officers go through his phone, and almost immediately they find a photo of Devin in which she can be seen wearing the same loose, dark clothing that witnesses had seen the shooter wearing at the scene. The same build, the same deliberate concealment. In February 2023, after Devin Schreiner's 5-day trial, she is found guilty of first-degree murder and is sentenced to life in prison without parole. And just 6 months later, AJ Ritchie is also found guilty of first-degree murder. He too was sentenced to life in prison without parole.